How sweet it is. To quote to quote legendary Canadian wrestler Lance Storm, if I could be serious for a moment, I'm quite surprised that Nashville went down like this. Yeah, I know Soros was out and it was a goaltender by committee, but even so, Nashville had the talent. And I honestly thought it was going to be a long season. I said Avs in six, and I thought pretty much thought it was good. It was going to happen like that. I thought Nashville would be that team that would kind of give me some headaches a bit. That didn't happen. That did not happen. We did everything right. We shot the puck when we got the right time. Scored a bunch of goals, 21. In Nashville, it was just all wrong. Everything they missed too many steps. Soros, only thing Soros would have done is made a bit of a dent in the series, but we were going to win this thing anyway. And Riddick got smoked in round one. And then Ingram went in there. He did his best, and he had his great game too. But McCarr beat him to the punch in overtime. And games 3 and 4 were just crazy dominant for us. We put up 12 goals in those two games. We scored more. We scored more goals. We scored more combined goals on the road than at home. That's frightening. So the Avs become the first to punch a ticket to the Elite Eight. About that, we need to get all over that Elite Eight bugaboo. We should. We really should, because we have Kadri from round two this time. It's not like last year. It's not like last year where Kadri did his usual stupid thing like he used to do his last years in Toronto and got suspended. No. He kept his head down in this series. And now we got him for round two. That's going to be the difference. Now he needs to keep his head down. He needs to keep his head down and act right. And we got everybody. We got all hands on deck. And the good thing about this sweep is it's a long rest for Kemper. Of course, Kemper did not start tonight because he had the eye injury from the game 3, and we figured he wasn't going to start because it was going to be a good situation either way. We were either going to have him for a possible game 5 start, or he would rest up and get really prepared for round 2. But even so, we need to get over that hump. We need to get over that hump. We need to do it this year. And elsewhere. Florida. Well, they saved themselves from embarrassment for a while. Because it looked like, at least in my estimation, that Nashville was actually going to take this and really put Florida in a bad hole. But the Panthers came back, tied it, went to overtime, won it. So it's 2-2 in that series. Heading back home. Pittsburgh. Oh, pardon. Wow. They are really making Shesterkin look human, aren't they? I mean, all I heard this regular season was Shesterkin's a shoo-in for Vesna. He's unstoppable, which he was. Led the league in save percentage. Was one of the top winning goalies this year. He was pretty much untouchable. And even in that loss, even in that triple overtime loss, 79 saves. He was trying his best. But after that, we haven't seen it. We didn't even see it in his win. And it's much worse in the Steel City. He's been getting clobbered. He's given up 10 goals in those 2 games. Both games, he was pulled, and Alexander Georgiev had to enter. That's troubling, but Gerard Gallant says he's sticking with Shesterkin for Game 5 because why not? You pretty much gotta. Plus, at home, too, you would think Shesterkin would find some way to find some way to rebound once the series heads back to MSG, but they'll be facing elimination. And of course, there's Calgary. Calgary took care of business in Dallas, so that's dead even. It was a pretty dominant win, and I'm watching replay of that first goal we scored. I couldn't believe it because I was like, yeah. I go, wait, what? They didn't count it. And then they go to the. It turns out the shot went not just just at the top shelf. It went through it. I mean, it was crazy. So yeah. So those are the game fours that have ended, and here's how the series look in the East. In the East, I think both Atlantic series are 2-2. Florida, Washington's 2-2, and Tampa and Toronto is 2-2. In the Metro, Carolina and Boston is 2-2. It's Pittsburgh and the Rangers. That's 3-1 for the Pens. And of course, in the Western Conference, in the Central, we've advanced. We completed the sweep of Nashville. We're off to the division final. We will be awaiting either Minnesota or Dallas. Not Dallas, Minnesota or St. Louis. That series is. I'm just so overexcited. That series is even at 2-2. So we'll watch those two just go at it. And in the Pacific, both their series are 2-2. Calgary and Dallas, and Edmonton and LA. So it's gonna be an interesting. First round the rest of the way. And like I said, we've got one elimination game in the books, and it ended with the elimination and the single file handshake. Nashville is gone, and now 15 teams remain in the chase for Lord Stanley's Cup. So that is my recap of tonight's action. And again, the Avalanche are off to the Elite Eight, but here's what's in store for us tomorrow. Tomorrow it's the same teams that played on Sunday. I do love this schedule because you know who's playing. You know who's playing every day. They don't. It's every other day. It's the same schedule. But and all the games on ESPN or ESPN2 tomorrow on the 10th. It's the game fives. Boston, Carolina. The scenes are shifted back to the original home cities. Hurricanes host Boston. Maple Leafs host the Lightning. The Wild host the Blues, and the Oilers host the Kings. All four series are 2-2, and you got 8 teams vying to take a series lead and move within one win of advancing. And of course, on May 11th, it's now 3 games because May 11th would have been Game 5 of this series, but we took care of the business in Game 4. All games on ESPN. The Rangers host Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh will try to advance to the division finals for the first time in 4 years. It's Game 5 in Sunrise between the Panthers and Washington. That's 2-2. And it's Game 5 of the Flame Star series back in Calgary. That's also 2-2. So the next elimination game is Wednesday the 11th in MSG. So that's my recap of tonight's action. If you like this video, click the like button, click subscribe if you want more. My story about what went wrong, the first of my What Went Wrong series for this year's Stanley Cup playoffs. Of course, it's about the Predators' elimination. That'll be in the description below when it's published. So check it out. Check it out when you can. And I'll be back tomorrow to recap tomorrow's action. So stay tuned.